You had a hard.
Go record.
Wait, what?
But don't record that.
Why not? It's life.
It's terrible, terrible time trying to get her in there.
Yeah. When are they going to come by and
Stayed
help
in there
lower
all
the
night.
bed?
Excuse me?
I said, when's Jenny and Becky going to come help lower the bed?
I got to get it by the new frame and box springs, I guess.
Uh,
I started looking online and I haven't found anything yet. I think I'll go on Amazon.
oh, are you looking on Facebook or OfferUp for some used thing?
And I was looking, Costco had some stuff advertised. I was looking at it.
Yeah. That's cool.
They do have one where just the mattress fits in and it didn't have very high legs on. But
Yeah. I got one of those when I first came back to Arizona. I bought one off of Amazon. It was like only $100-something, and it was pretty low to the ground.
I don't really need box springs if I can find one where you just drop it in.
Yeah, that would work. But then getting up out of bed might be challenging. If it's too low, then it might be challenging to get up.
Oh yeah, and then she won't be able to stand up. So I was thinking about asking Jenny how high her beds were over there. If she had any about chair height, and go over and see if Mom can get in and out of it before
Oh
I
yeah.
get
Go
anything.
take a snooze in Jenny's bed, Mom.
Huh?
I said, go take a snooze in Jenny's bed.
Oh, why would she have an extra bed?
No, I just want the kids' bed. What? I'm trying to find a bed about the same height. See if you have any trouble getting in and out of it.
Sit on the couch and sleep.
Because you're going to sleep at the couch tonight.
Yeah. The couch is comfortable. I've slept on the couch.
Yeah, I've seen you do it. When you visit Jenny, you slept out on the couch, didn't you?
Yeah. That phone's calling.
Scam likely.
Decline.
Hello.
Nobody there.
My friend just he scammed the scammer the other day.
Is that right?
Yes, he pretended like he was gullible and went through this whole process. He filmed it and put it up on Facebook. And eventually the lady's like, "Are you pretending?" She's like, "Stop pretending." He's like, "What are you talking about?" And she said, "Are you sick?" He's like, "No, you're sick. I can't believe you're doing this to people. What if I was a real person? You were stealing my money." It was crazy. She got upset.
I've thought about playing along with them, just to take up their time.
Yeah. She was not happy.
I'm so tired of it.
She swore.
So tired of it. Well, let's go on with the questions.
Questions. Let me find them.
We end up spending more time yakking and never get to the questions.
Well, that's part of the process.
Yeah. You got a kink in your neck?
My neck's always bothering me. Little Shelby gave me a massage today, though, so that was nice. Did I tell you I'm coaching her soccer team?
No, I don't believe I saw that. No.
Yeah, it's fun. They're called the Wolves.
Coaching Shelly's soccer team.
Oh.
Yeah.
I got to figure out what to do with family tree as far as putting Jill in there and taking Tracy out or something. I think Tracy still has to stay in there, but
I don't know how that works either. I don't know how you connect those counts.
yeah, I was thinking about calling Family Search and asking how to handle it.
You just leave it in there.
But you want to put Jill in there with the kids there too. So. Just
All
my
16
dad
of your grandkids.
Yeah. Well, I had the same situation with my stepmother. So.
Oh, really?
Well, Gladys was. So I got her in my family tree as one of my mothers.
You do?
Yeah.
But you're
You can
not,
put a second spot, you can put a second spouse in there.
oh, you can, but you don't have her as, she's not, you're not sealed to her, right?
No.
Or are you? No. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find out where we were. Oh, I remember talking about this towards the end of last time. It was question 17. Was there a chore you really hated doing as a child?
Did we answer that?
A chore?
A chore. What did you hate doing as a chore as a kid?
I had to pick out the weeds in between the bricks and our patio Dad built.
Really?
Yeah, and I had to cut around the sprinkler holes.
You had to cut her on the sprinkler holes
Yeah,
so they would pop up?
Trim the grass around.
Trim the grass around
How
there.
did you do that?
With scissors.
I was watching Leave It to Beaver the other day, and that's what she was doing. She was trimming the grass with garden scissors.
Yeah.
That's interesting. So pulling the weeds out between the bricks in the patio your dad built and cutting around the sprinkler heads. That's what you hated the most as a chore?
Yard, we had to do the sprinkler things. And the backyard, the didn't like that either. It was all laid out, and of course the weeds still came up.
Yeah. How about you, Dad?
Oh, I suppose milking the cows.
You didn't like what? How? When you were a farmhand at that one lady's house?
When we put her out, I had to go milk a cow morning and night. You pin the tail of the cow up there with a clip up across the wire so they wouldn't slap you with the tail. And every once in a while, the tail would break loose and they'd slap their dung-covered tail across your face.
Gross. That's yucky. How
And
long did you have to do
the
that
whole
for?
row? Oh, it was probably a year and a half, about
How old were you? 9, 10?
9, 10 years old. Yeah.
Yeah.
One time the wind got real bad, blew a whole thing of trees that were along the irrigation ditch, and it flooded the whole pasture. So out there having to milk the cow with a bucket floated in the water, trying to keep it from floating away.
And you have to milk the cow. You can't ignore that chore, right?
They'll dry up. You don't keep them.
Yeah.
You have to milk them morning and night, or they'll dry up.
Yeah. But you got the benefit of that fresh milk.
Yeah. Good cream.
Yeah. Did you guys make?
Also built up my forearms sitting there.
What about
Exercise.
Robert? Did Robert have to do it?
No, I had to do it.
He was too young to do that job.
I guess it probably was.
Huh.
The lady would milk one. She had 2 cows. I'd milk one. She milked the other.
Oh yeah. And you milk it into
Well,
like
I don't know.
a tin bucket or a wooden
It's a
bucket?
regular milk pail,
Oh, a pail.
galvanized milk. Yeah.
And then you'd pour it from the
I think they're
pail into
galvanized, man.
jars.
Excuse me?
You'd pour it from the pail into jars?
Well, you pour it in, running through a filter into a milk can, and then it go off to the dairy.
Oh. Oh.
She sold the milk to the dairy.
Oh. But you kept some for yourself, I'm sure, right?
We kept some for herself, and she also skimmed off some of the cream off the top because they'd only pay for a certain level of butter fat to milk. So
Oh.
she'd sell the
Nice.
cream separate.
The
Those that
cream
wanted to buy it.
cream is yummy. I put cream in my oatmeal.
I can do too. I love cream on.
Yeah.
One thing I like in the service about all the milk, free milk you can get.
Oh, really?
It's big milk cans, and you just drink all the milk you wanted to. It's nice, good whole.
Yummy.
I've always liked milk.
Me too. Next question. What kind of books did you like to read as a child?
or anything. But
I didn't like reading books.
You didn't read? Mom, you didn't remember any books you read?
no, not really.
Hmm.
I liked Superman comic books.
Oh,
I
yeah?
like the book.
Yeah, that's a
Superman was my hero.
Superman comic book. So that's what you read.
All right.
Superman is pretty cool. He was your favorite comic character?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jenny got him home with some uh, Superman books, or films. Or
I bought that. I bought a whole Superman series, but all the Superman movies and on DVD form.
oh, Jenny's.
Oh, really?
No, she didn't buy. She only gave us the other ones had for like the Oklahoma and all those things. Superman's were one I bought myself.
And you had those Superman records.
Yeah, you took that, didn't you?
Yeah, you parted with those. I'll preserve them for you.
All right.
Okay, well,
You know, you still they still have Superman serials on TV.
do they?
Yeah. I've recorded some of
Like the classic, the
Lois
super.
Lane, Clark Kent.
Oh, like the old stories, like the radio show.
It was the old ones they used to run on TV. They're black and white.
Yeah. Oh, those are classic. You used to watch those?
You run, jump out the window and away he'd fly.
Okay, next question. Do you remember having a favorite nursery rhyme or bedtime story?
Not me.
I thought yours was Ba Ba Black Sheep, Dad.
No, I don't recall any.
You used to sing that.
Did I?
Yeah, you remember?
Yes, I did. Yeah, I did sing it
That
to you
was
guys. Yeah.
that's how I could tell when you were in a good mood. You'd be singing that song. Ba Ba Black Sheep, have you any wool?
Three bags.
Thanks,
Oh, I guess that must be it.
1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get
So,
ready.
3 to get ready and 4 to go.
What about you, Mom? Any nursery rhymes or bedtime stories that your mom would read or your dad?
No, my dad was always working. Mom didn't read us any stories.
Yeah.
We watched. There was a TV show that came on every day. We used to listen to that. Let's pretend.
Let's
I remember
pretend.
that one.
Yeah.
Let's
It was
pretend.
a story.
I'm gonna look that up. It was a TV show? How old were you when that was on?
It was little.
Hmm.
I remember the
Pretend.
show. I remember it. I can't remember exactly what it was about, but I remember the title.
We had different films.
Oh, this says 1982. Maybe this is a different one.
Being resurrected again.
It probably was.
Yeah.
I like to put the. I like to listen to the radio under my pillow.
Under your pillow?
Huh?
Would you listen to music?
I think so.
Why was it under your pillow?
You can hear it on the outside.
Mom wouldn't know she had it.
Oh,
Grandma wouldn't know she was listening.
that's
I used to
funny.
turn the radio down real low and listen to I Love a Mystery and a couple others at night.
Because your parents wouldn't let you listen to it at night?
I just didn't want my dad to know when I was awake listening to it. I was in my early teenage years when I was doing that.
Yeah.
My dad used to listen to murder mysteries and stuff.
On the radio?
Yeah.
Cool.
I never saw television until we went to California. We didn't have
Really?
TV when I was.
Mm. My neighbors had it. We'd go over there the next block,
Yeah.
watch wrestling.
Wrestling?
Mom and
Wrestling.
That's funny.
when we first bought our first TV, it had a screen. It was probably about 7 inches square. I don't know,
7 inches.
about 7 inches. And we had a magnifying glass. It was a thing
Oh,
filled with
same.
oil that we put in front of it to magnify it, make it bigger.
Really?
But
That's-
thing cracked one time. The oil ran out and got onto the carpet.
Oh, that's not good.
When we were in the Air Force in Riverside, just a year before we got discharged.
Wait, this was the TV you guys bought when you were first married?
Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
we were been married about 3 years when we got it.
so you didn't have a TV for the first 3 years, and then you had this little 7-inch big screen?
Yeah, big screen.
That's funny. Okay. What's this one? Do you remember not having enough food to eat because times were hard for your family?
No,
No.
No, you guys had plenty of
Dad was in the restaurant, so we always had plenty of food.
Yeah. Huh. Well, that's good.
Dad had his own mechanic. Still a gas station.
He had his own gas station, so you guys had enough money to buy food then?
Yeah.
What did you guys
Dad
eat?
having a restaurant, we always
What was your favorite food to eat when you were a kid?
ice cream.
Ice cream? What kind?
Oh, I don't know. They had these 5-gallon buckets of all kinds of different ice creams, and I could just go eat all I wanted.
Really? At the restaurant?
Yeah, at the restaurant.
Lucky.
Had like a soda fountain part. You had the soda fountain, and you had these big things of strawberry and chocolate and vanilla.
And you would just go and have some whenever you wanted some?
Yeah,
Your dad was cool with that? That's interesting. You still love ice cream.
we go in Sunday and mop the floors in the restaurant.
Wait, you're breaking up.
We go out jackrabbit hunting after we ate a bunch of ice cream after cleaning and mopping the restaurant floors on Sundays.
You'd go hunt jackrabbits on Sunday, come home and mop the restaurant floors, and then have ice cream?
No, we mopped them before we went.
Oh,
And we listened to Jack Benny on the radio coming back.
nice.
That's what my dad, we always listen to Jack Benny.
Who's Jack Benny?
The radio TV star.
Oh,
Had a talk show. It was all talk.
it was a talk show. He wasn't a musician?
Well, kind of a comedian.
Oh, that's cool.
Comedian MC.
Cool. And Mom, what did you guys eat? What was your favorite thing as a kid?
What?
What was your favorite food to eat as a kid?
Well, I know every Saturday we would have a roast.
You had a roast every Saturday?
Yeah.
Huh.
That's Sunday.
I don't know. Dad
Oh,
worked Sunday.
that
No,
was
he
your
didn't.
favorite?
Sunday we went visiting friends.
Oh, cool.
You got home dinner was Saturday.
That was the big at-home dinner on Saturday. Roast. Yum.
To listen to the radio comedy show. Make a Deal, or I forget what it was, but he always listened to it.
When you guys had your
Bob
roast on Saturdays?
Hope show.
Oh, Bob Hope. Classic. Okay,
That's
what were
my
your,
other one would be French fries and hamburgers.
yeah. Was your dad's
Oh.
restaurant like a diner like that, like a Greasy Spoon?
It was a family restaurant. It was served those kind of foods.
Yeah. Were the fries like freshly cut from potatoes, or were they
I
frozen?
had to peel potatoes and cut them so that before we could eat them.
Nice.
I think I told you that before. I went about 50 or 100 pounds of potatoes I had to peel them.
I thought you
Cut
did
up
that for the
French fries.
military.
Hmm?
I thought you had KP duty in the military, and that's when you peeled all those potatoes.
No, I used to do it for the restaurant.
Oh. So those were real fries then.
Yeah, they were real fries, not bought frozen fries.
Yeah.
Fries.
You know,
It's like how
Yeah,
In-N-Out makes them.
You had to take the eyes out of them because people didn't like the little eyes in the potatoes, the French fries. So
Yeah.
we had this machine that was like a sandpaper at the bottom. You pour the potatoes in there and it would take all the skin off. But
Huh.
then you would have to take all the eyes out and then cut them through the slicer.
You had like a big slicer. Like, have you seen In-N-Out where they put the potatoes in and they pull that crank down and it
It's
cuts
probably
them?
similar to what we had, yeah.
Yeah. That's cool.
And we put them in big tubs of things of water
Yeah.
so they wouldn't black.
And then you put them in the fryer.
You pre-fry them, and then when people would order them, you'd finish frying them
Oh, cool.
because they cook faster that way. If you pre-cook the part way, and when a person orders them, you don't have to wait as long for them to cook up to serve.
That makes sense. Hmm. That's why you're so good at making those potatoes you used to make for breakfast for us on Saturday mornings.
Yeah, I
Okay,
miss
what?
those myself.
Yeah, you should make yourself some.
And then Jenny and them they'll come over once in a while, ask me to do that.
Yeah.
Cook potatoes. We haven't done it for a while, but
Well, when they come over to help with the bed, you should make them some. That'd be fun. All right, what
boil
were
the
your
potatoes ahead
favorite
of time.
toys? Favorite toys, and what were they
Favorite
like?
what?
Favorite toys.
Well, I remember I was playing with building blocks when they told me my mom died. I got
Oh,
kicked across the floor. So there must be building blocks or one of the things I like.
I remember you sharing that a couple times ago.
Yeah.
You threw the blocks and kicked them around.
Probably, trucks and stuff out in the sandbox and stuff.
Right. You didn't have any toys, Mom?
Yeah, and things.
Dolls or anything.
Oh, we used to, it was a kind of a storybook dolls.
Storybook dolls?
And they came in a box, pink and white polka dot box. It was all different uh, girl
Dolls.
dolls.
Hmm. Storybook dolls. I've never heard of those. That's cool. And you had,
I think I have a box somewhere.
what's that?
I think I have a box that came in. Donna had one with the fancy dresses.
Oh,
When I lived on that farm with that lady, she had a shed there that had all kinds of junk thrown in there, and I used to go out and build things in there. I'd put a bunch of baling wire and stuff together and then take and plug it in the house and blow the fuse.
nice.
Probably where I started to get my interest in engineering was doing that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that sounds like it. Brian was a lot like that, right?
Yeah.
And Dennis. I wasn't so much into that stuff as you guys were.
I'll play with your friends more.
Yeah. Okay. What were your favorite childhood games?
What?
Games.
Games.
Game?
Childhood games.
grass tag.
Grass tag?
Yeah,
So just running around the grass trying to tag the other person?
yeah. Or you stay in the grass and they have to hit you. Grass tag, yeah.
What about you, Dad?
I just like kind of like being outdoors,
Yeah.
ride my bike and that kind of stuff.
I don't know.
Pinball machines is probably another thing.
Pinball machines?
Yeah.
That's fun. Anything else, Mom?
Um, just like playing around. My friends on the next block. And one time your grandfather was going to take us out in the vacant lot behind our house.
You told me that last
Did I tell you that?
time. Yeah, she told that last time.
The vacant lot? What about it?
Chase the things down, catch them in bags, and leave them standing out
Oh,
there.
the snipes?
Yeah,
Knives.
she told
Yeah.
me that last week. I think.
Yeah. You told us about the snipes.
Guy down and tearing up to the house and got so mad at Dad for doing that.
That's funny.
They just out there.
Okay.
He was
Were there any fads? This is an interesting. I don't know about this question. Were there any fads during your youth that you remember vividly? Any fads?
Dad.
Fads like styles, maybe? I don't know.
Well, us when we were teenagers in early high school, we took a liking not to wash our jeans. Like the dirtier you could get them to where they would stand up by themselves, and that was a fad of unwashed jeans. Kind of nasty to look thinking about it now, but that was the fad.
I remember you telling me about that, and they would stand up on their own because they were so
Right.
dirty.
Dirty and yeah.
Did you girls do that, Mom?
Oh, dirty jeans. We all were wearing what are they called? Skirts.
Big skirts for the in
Big
the
skirts.
50s.
Oh, those big fluffy skirts. What were they called?
What?
The big.
I can't
big
think of the
skirt.
name either. We were the 50s, big brown skirts with the lace under slips underneath them, made them stand out.
Yeah. I'm gonna look it up. They
Junior
were
high.
called. Oh, petticoat. Is that what they were?
Oh,
Petticoats was a slip underneath it.
Oh.
It was
and it stick out.
So that's what
Petticoat
made them stand out. Huh. Interesting.
and they had the two-tone shoes, black and white shoes.
Oh yeah, classic. Because
We
how old
didn't
were you in the
wear-
50s? Well, you guys were in your 20s in the 50s, though. No, wait. No, you were teenagers at the beginning of the 50s, right? Okay,
Mom was a teenager when we got married at 55. So
that's true.
I was 18, so we were teenagers when we got married.
In the 50s, yeah. Huh. Cool. Where did you attend grade school, Mom?
grade school was 39th Street School.
39th Street School?
They've changed the name of it
Oh, that's right.
to somebody else's name.
Hmm. What was the name of your elementary school, Dad?
Hmm?
What was the name of your elementary
What?
school?
Lincoln Elementary School,
Lincoln Elementary. And then you
Twin
guys
Falls,
went to
Idaho.
Twin Falls,
We went and
Idaho?
visited, about 4 or 5 years ago. We went and visited it. Still there.
Cool. And then you guys went to Dorsey High School?
Dorsey High.
Yeah, Dorsey High.
And
Cool.
I put it something, and they have people saying things about Dorsey and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And they said, this, it's all black now.
Yeah.
Guy says, there's no white people at Dorsey.
Well, when you were there, there were.
The blacks were on the railroad, across the railroad. Up
They
in
attended it.
Jefferson.
Wait, that's crazy. Was it segregated?
No,
Yeah,
they just
Just the way the communities were divided up.
really? Huh. What was the name of the high school that they went to? You guys went to Dorsey, which was mainly white. Do you remember the high school that your rivals went to?
I'm trying to think of the name of it, where they sent the bad boys.
I'm sure there had to be white people at that school too.
I'm sure they were.
Hmm.
I don't know. Can't think of the name of it right now.
Yeah.
My first high school was in Caldwell, Idaho, though. Went
Oh,
to Caldwell High.
oh, and I went to that one
Where?
in LA.
When we first got to LA, then I went to LA High,
hmm.
and then went to Dorsey after that.
Starting year what? Sophomore or junior year?
And my freshman year was in Idaho, and then sophomore year was in Los Angeles. The first year in high school is the 10th grade in
Oh.
LA. And
Oh.
in Idaho, it was 9th grade, so I was kind of the underdog junior twice, 2
Wow.
years in a row.
And then you went to Dorsey starting your junior year in high school.
Yeah.
And mom had already been there, and then you met her as a junior?
I was a junior, she was a sophomore.
Oh. And then you dated all through high school?
Yeah.
That's cool. What was your favorite subject in school and why?
Science for me.
Yeah.
Science and mathematics.
And with ceramics.
Well,
Ceramic?
shops. I also like shops. Wood shop, metal shop.
Automotive?
Well, we didn't have automotive shops, but we did. We cast our own plaques for the car clubs. We heat up aluminum, make an imprint in the sand, and pour the metal in there.
Oh,
Form this
cool.
plaque.
For the different car club?
Belonged to the Throttlers Car Club. It was called
You belong to the Throttlers?
Throttlers. Yeah.
That's cool. What kind of car did you drive in that club?
Yeah, we had what was it?
I don't know what it was.
Gangster car. I think it was an old Chevrolet sedan type thing.
Yeah, look like a
I
gangster
think I
car.
told you about before that the U joint burned up and had to grab a hose off the neighbor's yard and freezing. I ended up ruining the car. I never ran into that.
Oh no. And mom, you made ceramics?
I like the ceramic class.
What
And
did you?
you take a hunk of stuff and you put it through a wire to kind of get it
Cut it?
ready, and I slapped it like this and it hit me right in the face. Which hurt.
That was your favorite class in high school?
Mine,
Yeah,
we had sewing,
really?
and we had to take sewing because we had to make aprons and stuff for when we took the cooking class.
Really? And you were required to take it?
Yeah, that's one of the
Sewing was required for women girls back then. Sewing and cooking classes were required.
They were required. That's so interesting. Not today.
No,
trouble.
That's funny. Okay, we should do one more question, then we're probably up on time. Let's see. What subject in school was, maybe we could do these last two. What subject in school was the easiest for you?
Which kind, grammar school or high school?
Either one. Maybe high school. Like, were you good at, was it easy for you to do math or easy for you to do English, or what was it?
Neither.
Neither.
Ceramics.
Ceramics was the easiest class. Okay. How about you, Dad?
Mathematics, probably.
Yeah, I know you're quite the mathematician. How about this question? What was your least favorite subject in school and why?
Mine was history.
You didn't like history?
No, well, the teacher we had, she'd go out of the classroom and smoke. It's in there.
Really?
Yes. And I never really liked history. I do now, but I didn't then.
Well, that teacher kind of turned you off to it.
We were required to have a foreign language to graduate, so I had to take Spanish. It's the only class I ever flunked was Spanish. I had to repeat it. And F the first time and the D the second time. And that's my was least liked classes.
Really? Why did you not do very well?
I couldn't roll the R's like I still can't. You got to get that roll in there. And I had my Spanish teacher was from Spain, and she was so strict on being able to turn up and talk it properly. I did great on written, but I couldn't speak it.
Because you couldn't roll the R's.
Roll the R's.
Well,
Interesting.
that's maybe what she was, but not Mexican.
Well, she was teaching Spanish, real Spanish, not Mexican Spanish.
From Spain.
Anyway, I had to repeat it twice because I only got a D the second time through it. So it's the only F I ever got.
Wow.
I don't think I had a class Spanish, any kind of a class like that.
But I didn't like English and sociology. I always liked the science type classes. I didn't like that.
Yeah. That's interesting because like you're more into the sciences and math, and it sounds like Mom was more into arts and things like that.
Opposites attract.
Yeah. I think I got Mom's more tendency towards like art and English and writing and things. But I also like life sciences, like biological sciences, physiology, things like that.
Dennis picks up my side more.
Yeah, that's true.
Mechanical stuff.
Yeah. Well, cool. Well, we'll stop at question 31 then.
All right.
Since we've been going for, let's say, 42 minutes now.
I don't know who's all going to get on our Zoom tonight, but I guess are you going to be available? You said you had a fireside or something.
What time are we doing it at? 5:30?
Yeah.
I think the fireside gets over at 5:30, so I might be a little late. It depends. I'm not required to go, the bishop said, but we're welcome. I think it's the stake presidency, and they're just doing like a question and answer session with all the youth. I might go because Jill's older boys, Thomas and Ben, would go. And then I think I told you Jill was called into Young Women's, and she's been assigned to work with the older girls.
I don't remember you telling me that.
Yeah, she's in Young Women's now, so she was just set apart last week.
No, you didn't tell.
Yeah, so that'll be fun. It's the first time she's really served in Young Women's.
Yeah. That's the only place I ever served was young men's programs and clerks, executive secretary, all the administrative time.
I was the League Society president.
And primary president.
5 years?
Something like that. Yeah.
That's true.
The primary president immediately put her in as the League Society president.
Yeah.
Really? That kept you busy.
Yeah. She's a good, she was a good, great at her callings.
Yeah. Well, I love you guys.
Love you too.
I hope to see you at 5:30 with the rest of the folks.
Yeah, I don't know if Doug's gonna be on. They should be back home by then. I don't know. We'll see.
Who, Dennis? Oh, that's right. They're in Sacto. They visited you today.
All right.
That's
I
good.
think they were heading home after they left, but with their house in the condition, I don't know what they're gonna be able to do.
Well, I was just messaging Michael today. Sounds like he's going to be moving. Him and Samantha are going to move to Reno, help
Yeah.
Dennis and stuff finish up the house. And then they're
Yeah,
going to
that's
move
what they
down to
said. They
Arizona.
come in May.
Yeah, so that'll be good. They can help them finish the house.
All right.
It's going to look nice. They should get a good chunk of cash out of it,
Right.
which will be helpful for moving here. Arizona, that's where it's at. Get out of that crazy California.
And we may have to sell this house, so who knows?
Yeah, that would be sad.
Okay.
That house, you've been in that house since 75?
Yeah,
Wow.
46 years.
No, it was 43.
This August will be 46 years.
I thought it was
Yep.
43.
'Cause I was a year old when you guys moved up there.
Yeah, a year and a half, I think, what you were.
Well, if you moved in August, I was a year old, just a year old,
Great.
year and a month.
Year and a month, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Oh, when did we move in? It was,
Hmm?
we drove up here with the stuff.
It was in February. I came up, check it out.
You came and checked it out in February, and
We
then you
drove up
moved.
here.
Then you moved
I
later
was
that
offered a
year.
job up here and we didn't know whether we wanted to take it or not. So we drove to see what it was like. It was windy and the wind was blowing and they only had three of the cliffs down there.
Oh yeah.
They only had three of those built at the time. But I remember the wind was rattling the shake roof and stuff.
Oh, we went and looked at him.
Well, look at it.
Didn't you have the house built though?
Yeah, we went up to Mormon Center. They were just converting it from the recreation center into the church.
Oh yeah.
We talked to Bishop Andrus up there, and he was told us he thought the best buy around here was some homes being built down here on Charmead.
Yeah.
We came down and looked at it, and that's what we ended up buying.
I bet it was so much more open land back then. It was probably beautiful.
All that apartments over there, everything was, like I said, it was only three on the bluffs.
So there was just like open fields, right?
Wide
Trees.
open. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pheasants flying over down the property. They had a here on March Smith. I remember a pheasant flew over the road when I was driving by one.
We also had um, airplane landed in it where the apartments are now.
Yeah, in that field where the bridge apartments are over there, there was a plane landed there, and there was also a plane landed on La Sierra.
Oh really?
It was,
No, it landed near where one of the guys you used to hang out with. I can't remember what.
Merrill?
No, it wasn't Merrill. It was another one.
Anderson?
James?
Anyway, they had a house there. It was over there on La Sierra.
Yeah, Current Downs.
No, it wasn't Current Downs.
Then it must have been Merrill's house.
Current Downs is down
By
the
the
street
bluff.
here by the bluffs.
Yeah.
It's Current Downs.
Merrill lived up where you're talking about, I think.
La Serena, yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
By the park over there.
So was there a landing strip?
No, it just
Yeah, airport.
it took off and engine quit and they ended up landing it down there on the street. Phoenix Field was an airport at the time.
Oh, that's right. That's why all the street names are named after like airplanes and stuff.
Right, yes.
That's cool.
Because the people I'd lived with would tell me, Mom, and then you guys came up was, he had an airplane over there, so I flew out of
Yeah,
things in his plane.
cool.
All righty, well, I
Times
love
have
you,
changed. Things have changed, certainly.
too much so.
Love you.
Love
Love
you.
you too. I
Tell Jill
will.
hi.
Tell Jill
Yeah.
hi for us.
I will. We're
Give the
heading up
grandkids
to.
hugs.
We're heading up to Utah Wednesday night. Naya's getting married on Saturday, and we'll be flying back. Flying back Sunday. Oh, Debbie's trying to call.
Hmm.
All right. I
Okay,
love you
love you.
guys. I'll see you later with all the
Hopefully
rest.
we'll see you.
Okay.
All right, bye.
Bye. Love you.
Love you.